Open your vocabularies and write down phrasal verbs put. Put up, to build something. Собрать. Put up with, to accept unpleasant behavior or situation. To tolerate. Смириться с чем-то. Put on. To wear something. Надеть что-то. Put off. Отложить. Let's do the fifth exercise all together. It took them hours to put the earth. To put up. Dania, could you please put your coat? It's cold outside. Put on. Nurjan, put his camping trip because his brother was sick. How do you put with the weather? It's freezing. And we are right. Okay, open your pupils' books at the settings page and look at the seventh exercise. Our task is to check these words or phrases in the word list. Let's listen to it.
Warrior. Warrior.
Warrior. A soldier or fighter who is experienced in fighting, especially of the past. Воин.
Role. Role.
A particular position in society. Роль.
Bravery. Bravery.
Courage. Храбрость.
Politician.
A member of parliament. Политик.
Hero. Hero.
A brave man admired by many people. Герой. Храбрый человек, почитаемый многими людьми.
Victory. Victory.
Триумф. Победа.
Peacemaker. Peacemaker.
Somebody who tries to bring peace to a situation. Миротворец.
Battles. Battles.
A fight. Сражение. The next task is to listen to the interview and choose the correct answer. A, B, or C.
Good evening and welcome to the show. Tonight we have Dr. Akbota Akhmetova with us, who has written a book entitled The Great Abile Abilmansur. Dr. Akhmetova, can you tell us what your book is about?
Absolutely. First of all, thank you for inviting me to the show. My book is about the Kazakh hero Abile Abilmansur, otherwise known as Ablay Khan, and his life as a young man, as well as the role he played in the years of the Great Disaster. Over the years, I have read many books about him, and what I noticed was that they either looked at his childhood or his later years. I thought it was such a shame there weren't many books about his years as a young man.
Why did you decide to write about this particular Kazakh hero?
Well, for a long time now, I have been reading a lot about many of our Kazakh heroes, because I've wanted to write a book about one of them, but I never got the chance to. Then I remembered reading an online article about the celebration of Abile Abilmansur's death. This intrigued me and I wanted to find out more about him. So I began to read about his life. The more I read, the more I knew I had to write about him, so I could share his story in a new way that no one had heard before.
What was he most famous for?
Well, he was famous for so many things. He was a well-known politician as well as a peacemaker, but I believe he is most famous for being a great warrior. Between 1730 and 1740, there were many battles with the Dzungar. It was at these battles people called him Batir, which means warrior. Why? Because of the way he fought on the battlefields, which of course led to many victories. And believe me, they were such amazing victories. How great he was during those battles.
When you were writing this book, what did you find most interesting about Ablay Khan?
Wow, what a hard question. There were so many interesting facts about him. For instance, he loved Kazakh folklore and even tried writing a few fables. He also had 30 sons and 40 daughters. But when I think about it, I believe that the most interesting fact about him wasn't what he did or what he had. It was actually his bravery and courage. He never avoided difficult situations. He faced them head-on and never quit or ran away from them.
Who would you recommend your book to?
Well, for those looking for a historical book filled with facts or a book with details about his whole life, look away. This book is not for you. But if you want to read about Ablay Khan's life as a young man, as well as get to know who he was as a person during that time, then this is definitely the book for you.
Okay, we're going to take a short break now, but we'll be back in a couple of minutes with a phone-in. So, if you have any questions for Dr. Akhmetova, start calling now on the usual number.
If you have to listen to this video once more, put it back a few minutes. Then pause the video, listen to the interview, choose the correct answer, A, B, or C, and then we'll check our answers. And the right answers are. Check you yourself. The lesson is over. Goodbye.